Hello and welcome to our latest film. And now we are now on our journey and we're in San Francisco. So the next two films will be about our adventures in that amazing city. Yep. And in the first film, it's lots and lots of tourist stuff. It's lots and lots of touristy stuff. And then in the second film, more touristy stuff, including things like seals, Alcatraz, steep streets, trees, dummies in vans.
It'd be fantastic.
Yes.
I'm just a bit gobsmacked by where we are. Actually, we're in the UK, but more on this afterwards.
Yes.
Normal caravan. As you can see, we're in the caravan.
Yeah. We're just on the normal. It's a story for another day, but we are in Welsh, and we'll tell you about that on another occasion.
Anyway, enjoy this. Now, I'm going to start this with a question. And the question would be, does anybody know what these bells are for?
We saw loads of them on the way to San Francisco, and some had signs, but they were just too eroded. What the hell are they for? Well, here we are. This is our second day heading towards San Francisco. We've left Pismo Beach, which was our overnight stop-off. It was like 170 miles to get there. Now it's like 250 on into Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. At Pismo Beach by the sea, it was really cloudy again and, misty. But as we've come inland, as you can see, the weather's improving a lot. So here we are, heading north.
Strangely though, not all maps show San Francisco, but believe me, that's that red bit right at the very top. As you can see, it's about 2.5 hours.
And as we're well into an hour in, you can see it's getting hotter and more deserty, more weather beaten. There are a lot of vineyards there, Californian wine. You can see why, there's a lot of those. So you can see them over
Fields.
Yeah, to our right, you can see them fields going on for ages. And then lots of mountains or hills with not a lot on them. We seem to have hit an area in such a bland landscape that has orchards. Don't know if it's apples. I can't see any fruit.
And we didn't see any aircraft either, did we?
No. Now ignore the fact this says services. This area is vineyard country. It's vast. This one links to that one, links to another. You think you've got past it, but it just goes on and on and on. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but look at all this. There must be a classic car rally somewhere. Actually though, these are all Porsches though, aren't they?
Or perhaps people take their classic cars out on a Sunday here. Because let's face it, it's not a lot else to do, is it?
Yeah, but it's probably a nice jolly. You've been saving up for weeks and weeks and weeks to do this. Look at all them cars. Nice and clean.
He's got plants in the back of his car. Enough classic car talk. Time to stop for lunch, and we decide to try out a Denny's, which we've wanted to for ages and ages. And guess what? Totally underwhelming.
Yes, it was.
And then suddenly we realised that we were coming into the area of San Francisco. There's this peninsula. You can just see it on the left on our phone there, and you see water on both sides as you're coming into the outskirts of the city, and it's absolutely beautiful. There's no other word for it. We did make a mistake and stop and filled up with petrol, which we should never have done. We'd already paid for it. And then I saw this amazing sign, the one on the left on the hillside, not the one on the right. This was very swiftly followed by our first sight of an electric car, in fact electric driverless car, which became something of a theme of our time in San Francisco, as you will see. We then went and dropped our car, not driverless, off at the station in San Francisco, which was on the roof of a building, and this was the view from the roof. Everything was looking really promising, even when we arrived at the front of our hotel, the Hyatt Centric, which would be our home for the next 5 days.
Now, day one after breakfast meant that we had to go out onto the London... Oh, no, I can't call it that. The San Francisco Eye. Not as big as the London Eye, but equally as good anyway. But we managed to go up and about and see what was around us.
Which includes in the distance, if you peer the Golden Gate Bridge, we'll see a lot more of that later. Can you just see it in the background? Also the bay itself and all the working piers. This is a working bay. It's extraordinarily big. There are 11 types of well, believe it or not, in the bay alone, and the amazing city, which you can see spread out before you. And if you look closely, you can just about start to see those very steep streets in front of you. Again, more on that later on. They get a lot steeper than that. And as you can see here, Alcatraz, really famous, right out in the middle of the bay. And again, you'll see that closer up soon as well. We were excited to have a look at Alcatraz and to see what it actually looked like in real life. And that's the Bay Bridge, the one that comes from the east of the city. Also really long. You have to pay a toll to get over that bridge, by the way. And then look, cruise ships as well. Cruise ships then became a thing for the rest of our holiday, but more on that later on.
Yeah, and then finishing up with a pier which has got nowhere to go, something they're knocking down. And then we see pontoons of nothing but sea lions. Fantastic.
We really enjoyed walking along this area, which had several piers, some working, some derelict, some rejuvenated, loads of people, and all within easy distance of our hotel. The most famous one that everyone seems to know here is called Pier 39, and you can go on there with shops and restaurants, and also, of course, it's very close to the colony of seals that live in this area.
Yeah, but it's also very close to that big building you can see in the corner there.
Yes, and yet another view of Alcatraz, which frankly you can't miss anywhere on the bay.
And then you hear it, that classic sound of seals making a din. We'd actually found where the seals are, and if you look in the background you can just see the wheel that we were on and we can see it from. So that's why they were all here.
Look at this one. He's resting on his buddy.
No, ese era otro lado. Sí. Ah, sí, verdad. Nos mintió. Un milagro. Nos mintió. Te hablo, no hablo, este ojo izquierdo.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's enough of the seals. But as Fiona suggested earlier, this is a fishing port. And as you can see on this ship boat thing on the left hand side, there's a man up the top just about to drive this off. And then in the distance, the actual San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge, which is really quite odd because you got the clouds, as you can see behind it, coming in. And by way of an illusion, the bridge stops the clouds at that point. Ooh, weird.
Food was a bit of an issue as we were in San Francisco, in that you got things you didn't really want. I wanted avocado on toast and got potatoes, and then I wanted eggs and got eggs with a load of other stuff I didn't want. But hey ho. But today we're off on a boat trip taking us out into the bay, and because it's such a vibrant area, you just see many vibrant things. I've no idea what the police were doing there. There didn't seem to be a problem. But at last we get to the pier and our boat is waiting for us as we head out onto the bay itself.
Finishes pulling our boat out of the dock. I want to remind you of a few safety tips. Remember, today is about relaxing and having fun.
Now, I suppose if I'd have been American, I'd have been interested in the fact that next door to this was an American museum and there was boats there, but our focus of attention for this trip would have been that bridge. But interestingly, it was Spanish.
Conquistadors landed here and claimed the bay for the King of Spain. The fort was built to protect the entrance to the bay, the Golden Gate.
But what was interesting was the cloud stopped kind of over this pillar in the middle here, and then went to the left. On the right hand side, it was clear as a bell. Cue some music. So cool. But if you spin round the other way, the other bridge is equally as impressive, and when you combine it with the roads, you know, I know it has to be said, but all said and done, it looks really nice though. Anyhow, the next day, quite a nice view down there, but how did they put their shoes up there? Oh, it's a car coming. No. And it's quite a steep turn. Not up yet. Oh look, there's Alcatraz again. Well, we found it. That's the entrance.
We saw this street when we arrived and we decided to go and have a little look on foot. This is Lombard Street, very famous in San Francisco. It has 8 hairpin bends, so you have to drive down it very, very slowly. It is not the steepest street in the city by quite a margin. It's also not the crookedest, but we enjoyed looking at it.
That's the way down. Very steep.
Just for clarity, this is a one-way street. You can only go down Lombard Street. The cars to the left here are all residence cars and they are actually parked. And you will find if you walk up the steps, which Steve said he wasn't going to do but then did, and I said I wasn't going to do and I didn't, there are signs halfway up and gates which say, you know, private, stay out, not for public view, because people do live on either side of Lombard Street. And who can blame them? They want it to be their home.
So there is parking for those 2 cars in the middle, and they're off the road.
Yeah, they're technically off the road. There may be some further up, but those cars to the left are not moving, they're parked.
But the one at the bottom does, look.
Yeah.
No, I'm not walking all the way up that. I don't know how many steps it is.
I don't know.
All right, she won. I decided to go up to the top. Now, I did stop halfway to watch a car going round. I don't know whether he lives here or not, but interesting. And the steps up, well, anyway, I'll show you those on the way down. Okay, there's the steps. She's down there somewhere. But I had made it. I had made it all the way to the top, only to find the bloody trams are up on this level as well. And also yet another electric car. Maybe that would have been the way to come. Oh no, you can't come up here that way. It's one way, you can only go down. But talking about down, here's all the steps, look. Bloody loads of them. But yes, I did also forget to count them. But having achieved all that, my quest for a drink and something to eat came into play. So we found this classic American diner. Very good.
And from one dining room to another, this is the breakfast room and evening room for food at our hotel, the Hyatt Centric. And as you can see, it's quite quiet when we were there this particular day.
Empty, you mean?
Yeah, really, really empty. But we did spot something unusual. In the lorry outside, there was a dummy in the passenger seat, I think, or the passenger
Yeah,
seat.
that's making it look like you got two people on board.
Yeah, and we believe that this is because on the interstate all around San Francisco, there's a fast lane that you're only able to use if there are two of you in the vehicle.
Yeah.
We could, of course, be barking up the wrong tree here. Who knows? But for this and for other San Francisco stories, tune in next time. For now, please like, subscribe.
And hit that little bell.